All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about something pretty cool today, where heavy industry, with all its grit and grime and rules, smacks right into the latest and greatest mobile tech. And look, this isn't just about some new app. This is about transforming a smartphone into an autonomous, thinking agent right out there on the front lines.
So it all starts with a huge and, honestly, a mostly invisible problem. You see, in the world of wood recycling, not all wood is the same. Some of it is clean. It's valuable stuff for the bioeconomy, but some of it is laced with arsenic. And that's where today's technology just completely hits a wall. And this right here, this is the crucial question, isn't it? It's what keeps compliance officers up at night. A standard computer vision model, yeah, it's great at identifying wood grain and texture, but can it sniff out the chemical signature of a hazardous preservative? With a standard camera, the answer is a hard no, not a chance. Now, this is what's so wild. This slide shows you the core weakness perfectly. To a regular phone camera, a piece of weathered, totally clean lumber can look identical to a piece of pressure-treated wood that's just full of arsenic. You know that green tint? Well, it fades over time, but the poison doesn't. And that visual trickery, it's a recipe for a regulatory nightmare.
So how in the world do you solve a problem that your AI can't even see? Well, you get smart. You engineer a better system around it. The 95 wood architecture uses this really clever software rule. They call it the precautionary principle. It's a simple but powerful idea. If the wood comes from a demolition site, the system just assumes it's hazardous. Full stop. It doesn't care if the AI says it looks 99% clean. That logic gate slams shut, overrides the visual, and flags it. Safety first.
Okay, so to make a smart system like this actually work out in the dirt and dust of a real job site, you need hardware that's truly built for it. We're moving from the software logic to the iron itself. And this is not your everyday smartphone. This is a complete rethink of what a mobile device can be in an industrial setting.
And this quote just nails it. The device stops being a simple communication tool and becomes this rugged, distributed server. It's an always-on sensor, a processor that lives right on the job site in the driver's hand, pushing all that intelligence right to the edge where it's needed most. This comparison is just so important. A normal high-end phone, it's like a sprinter. It's designed for these short, intense bursts of speed. But if you try to run a continuous AI model on it, it'll overheat and slow to a crawl in about 20 minutes. This industrial tool, though, it's a marathon runner. It's engineered for sustained performance, designed to run nonstop for a whole shift, even in the summer heat, without even breaking a sweat. And this number, 8. That's the entire moat. 8 hours of continuous unthrottled performance. That means the tool actually works for the whole shift, from the very first pickup to the last drop-off. It's the real difference between a cool tech demo and a piece of industrial equipment you can actually rely on.
So how does it do it? Well, the magic is in the custom Tensor G5 silicon. It's built on a 3-nanometer process, and it's optimized not for flashy peak speeds, but for sustained AI power. That 60% performance boost isn't just some number on a spec sheet. It's what lets a driver analyze an entire 40-yard bin of wood in real time right there on site. That's a task that would absolutely cripple a consumer phone. Okay, so let's move to the software and see how this powerful hardware really comes alive. With Android 16 and all this on-device AI, the device becomes more than just a tool. It becomes an agent, an intelligent partner that can reason and make decisions even when it's completely off the grid. This is where it gets really, really smart. Just picture this. A driver is in a concrete basement, a total cellular dead zone. The camera scans the wood, and visually it looks fine, it looks clean, but then the driver leaves a quick voice note, picking up the old demolition deck. Now here's the magic. The on-device Gemini Nano processes both things at once, the visual and the audio. It hears demolition deck and immediately recognizes a conflict, a high-risk phrase, and instantly, with zero delay, no cloud needed, it overrides the visual scan and flags the load. That is a truly intelligent workflow. The operating system itself is purpose-built for this world. The really critical safety alerts, they punch right through Do Not Disturb. Normal updates get batched up to keep the driver focused on the road. And maybe most importantly, every single action creates a cryptographically signed entry in an offline ledger. This means you have a legally defensible audit trail, transaction by transaction, even in a dead zone. It's like having a digital notary in your pocket. So we've got hardened hardware and brilliant thinking software. But for any CTO or investor, the real question is simple. How does this make us money? So let's connect this Agentic Edge tech directly to the financial bottom line. This just captures it perfectly. The system doesn't just move waste around, it creates a verifiable, high-value digital asset. This passport proves the origin, the composition, and the responsible handling of every single kilogram, turning what used to be a liability into a traceable, valuable commodity.
And this is what's in that digital passport, an absolutely unbreakable chain of custody with forensic-level detail. Every data point, GPS, AI analysis, timestamp, driver ID, it's all captured and locked in. This provides the kind of auditable proof you need not just to avoid massive fines, but to actually generate new value from things like carbon credits.
This table lays out the value proposition with crystal clarity. Instead of facing huge regulatory fines, you're generating verifiable certificates that prove you did the right thing. Instead of paying to handle contaminated loads, the AI triage cuts that risk right at the source. And instead of struggling with emissions reporting, the automated data trail becomes the raw material for generating high-value carbon dioxide removal certificates, or CORCs. It systematically flips every major business risk into a potential revenue stream.
And it's not just about collecting the data, it's about presenting it intelligently. The system uses cloud tools like Vertex AI and AlloyDB to wrap all this field data into reports that are not just compliant, but explainable. It gives regulators an automated audit trail that literally cites the specific Ontario regulation codes, which completely eliminates any ambiguity or human error.
So, when you fuse all these pieces together, the industrial hardware, the agentic software, and the bulletproof business case, what's the ultimate competitive advantage that this creates? The key takeaway is this fundamental shift in what your business is. You're no longer in the logistics game of just hauling trash. You're in the data science game of refining a raw material, in this case, wood waste data, into a pure, valuable, and tradable product. This is the digital refinery. And this is the strategic question that every executive in the industrial space needs to be asking themselves right now. While your competitors are still fighting a war of attrition over trucks and fuel costs and routes, a whole new front has opened up. The winners won't be the ones with the most trucks. They'll be the ones with the best data. The data war is here. Are you ready?